Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to the marketplace. Coming up, Ghana passes third review under IMF program, $360 million to be released after board approval. We've got details coming up. Also coming up, Ghana revises legal and regulatory framework for the oil and gas sector in a bid to attract fresh investments.
Petroleum sector, despite recent challenges, remains hugely attractive with endless opportunities for prospective investors.
Plus, the Yendi solar project in the northern region expected to be completed in November this year. We've got details.
Wind Power has the experience to supervise and to design and to ensure that we have solar plants no matter.
My name is Daryl Kwao. Thanks for being with us. We've got details coming up. Thanks for staying with us, everyone. First up, Ghana has passed a third review under the IMF program. This was after the IMF staff concluded their two-week country assessment over Ghana's performance for this year. In a bit, we'll take you to a press conference taking place right now. If we have the feed, the finance minister, together with the IMF team, addressing the country about the outcome of the third review and what is going to happen next. When we have that feed, we'll bring it live to you. But in studio with me, my colleague, Winston Alma, who has been going through a statement released by the IMF. Winston Taki, I called you Alma, but that's the name of my boss, Winston Taki, in studio with me to discuss this statement released by the IMF, essentially saying that a staff-level agreement has been reached after the two-week country visit. And what next?
So the meeting began on the 24th of September this year, where the conversation assessing the government's performance under the targeted figures that was stated in the 24th of June this year. So the IMF have taken into consideration all the key indicators in the economy. And one of the statements that they came out after, which was published on the official website, was that performance under the IMF-supported program has been generally satisfactory. And they also indicated that the economic growth in the first and the second quarter of 2024 has been improving. They also considered key factors that fuel the economic growth, considering the mining, construction, and information communication activity, which has been some of the key highlights of this year's assessment.
Yes, and what we are looking out for, right, is the release of the $360 million from the IMF, but that will be subject to the board's approval, right?
Absolutely. And that is a process that will be considered when the IMF team finally goes to the headquarters to reconsider some of the proposals. But it appears, based on the target and the comment and the confidence that the government has put out, especially, it's likely this will be approved quickly. The key challenge then was that this should have been done already, but due to some of the delay as a result of the renegotiation and restructuring of our Eurobond debt, that was why we are where we are now.
Yeah, I know there have been conversations about how significant the $360 million is in the face of the challenges we are facing, for instance, with the CD depreciation. But the IMF has a warning also about the elections. That's what is pointed out to. We've talked about overspending during an election year.
Yesterday, during the conversation with the media, one of the key factors the finance minister made mention of is fiscal discipline. He says they will be going back to Parliament to seek a law to ensure that expenditure is mitigated. Debt on borrowing is something that he considered, and also ensuring that the election slippages will not happen this time round. So government has expressed commitment to still stay prudent during this election year, so that we will not be recording much more higher fiscal debt figures in the coming year.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us in studio with the update. We are continuing to monitor the feed from the press conference, which is underway right now. The finance ministry, together with the IMF, if we are able to get that feed, we'll bring it to you live here on the marketplace. Now, Ghana has revised its legal and regulatory framework for the oil and gas sector in a bid to attract fresh investments in exploration and production activities. At the opening of the 2024 Local Content Conference and Exhibition, Minister of State at the Energy Ministry, Herbert Krapper, emphasized the country's stable regulatory regime, which continues to draw global interest in Ghana's oil fields. The conference highlights new pathways for local content growth in the sector. Here's more.
The country's stable regulatory regime has also sustained interest in Ghana as more and more companies kept visiting the Petroleum Commission's data room with renewed confidence to do business with Ghana. Krapper said at the official opening of the 2024 Local Content Conference and Exhibition on the theme Attracting Exploration and Production Investment to Boost Local Content, New Pathways.
Our upstream petroleum sector, despite recent challenges, remains hugely attractive with endless opportunities for prospective investors. Recent discoveries have largely de-risked the deep water geology of Ghana. Our stable regulatory regime has sustained interest in our country, and we are seeing more and more companies visiting PC's data room with renewed confidence to do business with us.
The minister said the regulatory regime guaranteed sanctity of contracts and unrestricted profits and dividends repatriation, and investors are assured of transparency, fairness.
We're working to make our investment climate more favorable now than ever before. Our regulatory regime guarantees sanctity of contracts and unrestricted profits and dividend repatriation, and investors are assured of transparency, fairness, and regulatory predictability.
Chief Executive Officer of the Petroleum Commission, Egbil Fable, said since Ghana commenced commercial production of oil, the country has produced 753 million barrels of oil as at the end of August 2024. He said recent exploration efforts between 2018 and 2022 saw 6 discoveries from 7 wells drilled.
Honorable Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, if we are not able to attract and retain E&P investments into Ghana's upstream petroleum sector, local content will stagnate. This axiom is what has warranted the theme for this year's Local Content Conference and Exhibition. Honorable Ministers, ladies and gentlemen, Ghana, since it commenced commercial production of oil, has produced about 753 million barrels of oil equivalent as of the end of August 2024. The country still has reserves of about 2.2 billion barrels of oil equivalent to bring to the surface. This is made up of 1, approximately 970 million barrels of oil equivalent yet to be produced from our 3 producing fields, as well as the recently approved Pecan field. In addition, we also have an estimated contingent reserves of 1.2 billion barrels of oil equivalent. It needs to be noted that these contingent reserves are estimated hydrocarbon resources discovered which are subject to appraisal and commercialization through approved plans of development.
For Joy Business in Athalia Kwanza, Western Region.
Now, 50 megawatts of the 100 megawatt solar project under construction in Yendi in the northern region is expected to be completed in November this year. The project, which is about 75% complete, has all the major works done with just a little over 20% left. Now, this was disclosed at an inspection tour of the project by a team led by the board of the Bui Power Authority in Yendi.
Said the solar site included authorities from Bui Power, Gridco, the Energy Ministry, members of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Mines and Energy, among others. The project comes in 2 phases, with the first phase producing 50 megawatts of power and expected to be completed in November. The second phase would also add 50 megawatts of power. Speaking in an interview, Chief Executive Officer for Bui Power, Dr. Kwesi Jimasi, outlined some of the projects Bui was working on.
Good news is that because it's a Ghanaian-owned company, and I think when you came here, did you see some white people? No white, no Chinese. Everybody here is a Ghanaian. Bui Power has the experience to supervise and to design and to ensure that we have solar plants no matter the technology in this country. And we are going to do that. We have also started to do pilot projects in wind so that we can be able to move fast in the track of the renewable energy.
The board chair of the WIPA, Kwesi Amialchireme, said he was amazed at the work done at the site.
Visiting the site and seeing what has been done by the First Sky group of companies, I'm surprised that a wholly indigenous or Ghanaian-owned company could do this. It means that we should continue to have faith in ourselves. We should believe in ourselves, and if we do that, we'll build ourselves and we'll do things for ourselves, and Ghana will be a better place for us.
Deputy Chief of Staff Emmanuel Eduamwa Bosman said government will continue to prospect for more tank farms in the country.
Almost every part of Ghana is a potential solar tank farm, but there are technicalities involved. You must put plants in places where they can be easily connected to the national grid and maintained. So it's not just a matter of putting it anywhere. The dynamics that is found here shows that it can be connected directly to the national. So we shall continue to go across looking for places where tank farms can complement the already existing infrastructure so that we don't run into huge and avoidable debts.
The Member of Parliament for Yindi, Farouk Aliu Mahama, said the benefits the solar plant is bringing to the area is enormous.
It's going to benefit in terms of power addition to the national grid, employment. We've employed over 500 people. The CEO is still making sure that more people in Yendi and the other environments are getting, and they are not being selective. Anybody that comes that is well qualified, they give him such opportunity. And I'm grateful to the CEO and the management and everybody. What it is to Yendi is that I am privileged to be the Member of Parliament under my tenure, that the President has decided to bring to us such a very huge investment. We are very grateful, and the people of Yendi is part of the new Yendi City Vision.
The chairman of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Mines and Energy, Ureku Adu, said Bui Power has been given the mandate to increase the solar penetration in Ghana, and it's in line with government's vision for the energy sector.
And we are keenly looking at the progress of this project. Per the Bui Power Authority Amendment Act 1046, Bui Power has been given the mandate to increase the solar penetration in this country. And it is in line with the government's objective of getting about 10% of the total mix of energy coming from renewables.
All right, taking you next to the Ashanti region, where the biggest housing fair, the Republic Bank Love FM Habitat Fair, has opened with exhibitors displaying an array of housing and building products to prospective homeowners. The event seeks to create a unique platform for businesses in the built environment to expose their products and services to the public. We want to connect now with Emmanuel Bride Kweku, who is there for us. Emmanuel, what's happening where you are?
You rightly mentioned the biggest habitat fair is happening. I'm talking about the Love FM Republic Bank habitat fair happening right here, and I'm in one of the stands, and this is DPS stands. We quickly interact with the marketing executive here to find out what products they have. Today we're having an array of items in the industry, the real estate industry, land acquisition, and anything at all. But Bright, you're welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. My name.
We want to find out what products you have available.
Okay, DPS specializes in the production of PPR, HDPE pipes, and PVC pipes of durability, premium quality, and safe. Yes, that's what we have here. You can see variety with the HDPE pipes. We have the pressure pipes from PVC. We also have the rain gutter pipes as well with different colors. Either you are going for the plain white or the brown, the golden brown. Yes, that's what we have. We also produce the garden hose pipes, and not just that. We are into also PVC, TNG of high quality, which are all produced here in Ghana and Spin Test Road. We don't just do pipes, we do the fittings as well. So we are looking for a complete package. Come to DPS Pipes.
Okay. Now, what sets your products apart, and even discounts for anybody who will be coming here?
Yeah, we have a good discount for our patrons who will be passing through our stand. Yeah, what sets us apart is our development when it comes to our innovation with our pipes. We keep upgrading because of standard. Yes, we are ISO certified, we are Ghana Standard Authority certified. So our pipes are of top quality, and not just that, we offer you a good affordability. As I'm speaking to you right now, if you're able to pass through our stand, we have a good whooping 15% discount for you, especially for the plumbers and the wholesalers. Or you are a contractor and then you feel you have a big project, or you have a project ongoing, you need to buy the pipe in a certain volume, call us or come to our stand right now, and then we have a good offer for you.
Okay. All right, sure. And thank you very much, Bright Arthur. He is the marketing executive for DPS Pipes, and they are into everything pipes, plumbing. This is where you need to be. All the pipes that you need for your services, that is where you be. And I'm moving on to another stand, and this is Divas Furniture, and they will tell us about what they have. They are trying to push back their
All right, Emmanuel Barikok with a live for us from the Kumasi City Mall. That's where to go if you're in the Ashanti region for the Republic Bank Lab FM Habitat Fair. Well, quick talk on showbiz. As we speak, thousands of Ghanaians have taken to the streets for day 2 of the Stop Galamsey Now protest. They're calling on the government to enforce a ban on illegal small-scale mining, commonly known as Galamsey, which is devastating water bodies. What's the connection with the creative industry? Well, joining me in studio is Ken Auchedako, who is our culture journalist here at myjoyonline.com. And so, yes, let's establish the link. What has Galamsey got to do with the creative industry?
So, Darryl, no matter how remote you look at it, there is always a link between some of these things. For instance, in Ghana, we all know how essential water is to the general, it's basic to life when it comes to water. Is some of the things that you cannot do without in your daily activities. Mm-hmm. Now, imagine being someone in the creative space and someone whose work depends on the validation of other people to be who you are. So no matter what space in which you find yourself, which particularly in the music industry, the movie industry, the film, if you are a painter, whatever you do in the creative space, a lot of these things depend on people being able to vouch for the fact that they believe that your craft is good. But if you have these same people not being healthy enough to be able to stand for your work or whatever you're putting out to be able to consume it, then it becomes an issue. So no matter how you look at it, no matter how remote it is, the issue of illegal mining is something that is supposed to be close to your heart.
So how are creative voices adding to the fight against Galamsey?
It is in a myriad of ways. For instance, during this protest that you just talked about, we've seen many critics, raise their voices on the fact that there are not many, renowned creative people who are contributing their voices to this particular fight that you're talking about. Knowing the fact that some of these voices are very influential, we have seen artists by talking about just a tweet or just calling on their fans to maybe assemble at some point for maybe a musical project or like an album release or all those things. And they have responded to those calls. So they are hoping that the influence that they wield with their status that was given to them by these same citizens or these same people that have been consuming their work, they are able to give back to the community by advocating, using their voices to mobilize, people for the cause.
30 seconds. How can creatives sustain their involvement in the fight against Galamsey?
I mean, they already have a voice, even without the issue of the fight against illegal mining. They already have a voice that they are channeling through promoting their work among others. All that these people are asking is that they lend a voice to them by also putting in some efforts when it comes to their creative work that they put out there that people are going to consume. If they're able to sell the message of hope through sustainable, clean drinking water by the halting of, the illegal mining that's going on right now, they feel like it's something that will really go on to help the advocacy in the fight to, reduce deforestation and ensure a cleaner, world going forward.
Thank you so much, Kenneth Awojidako. I appreciate your time. That's the Marketplace. Thanks for watching, everyone. More news on our website, myjoyonline.com/business. The latest news on the IMF reaching the staff level agreement on a third review with Ghana there. We continue to monitor the press conference, and we will bring you details in subsequent bulletins. Thanks for watching, everyone. Enjoy your weekend.